Want to get cheat sheets, audiobooks, lessons, apps, and much more every month for free? Just click the link in the description to get your free language gifts of the month.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Ask Alicia, the weekly series where you ask me questions and I answer them. Maybe. Okay, let's get to your first question this week. First question this week comes from Neha. Hi Neha. Neha says, "Hi Alicia, my name is Neha. Could you please tell me when we use I am done and I have done?" Sure, nice question. First, let's break down the grammar of these sentences so that we can understand the basic differences. First, I am done. So I is our subject, am is our verb, and done is our adjective. I am done is a simple present tense statement. I have done, on the other hand, is I, our subject, have, our auxiliary or our helping or linking verb, and done, which is the verb in the past participle form. So this is a present perfect tense sentence. So I am done, a present tense sentence, means I am in the state or I am in the condition of being finished with something. So we use this expression after like a meal, like I'm done with my meal or I'm done eating. We use this maybe after we finish a task or we're trying to finish something before our friends or our coworkers. Like maybe we're making something and we say, I'm done when we finish. So that means in this moment, my condition is done, is finished. A simple present tense statement. I have done, on the other hand, would be like the beginning part to a longer statement. So because this is a present perfect pattern, it means we're talking about something that happened in the past at like a non-specific point. So for example, I have done my homework, or I have done the laundry. So that means those activities are finished, they're done, yes. And we did them at some point in the past, but when is not exactly important. So I have done just means that this thing happened in the past. I am done refers to my condition now. So I hope that this helps you. Thanks very much for the question. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Yoshitaka Horikoshi. Hi again, Yoshitaka. Yoshitaka says, "Hi Alicia, how do you use turn and change? I thought I could say, my hair changed to gray. However, some songs say, my hair turned gray. Also, should we say the season changed or the season turned?" Looking forward to hearing from you. Nice question. Yeah, this is a little bit tricky because both verbs have many uses, but to focus in on this specific difference, I would recommend maybe thinking about the verb turn as being used for things that we cannot reverse. So in your example about hair color, it's natural for us to say, my hair turned gray. So that means my hair color is not going to go back to its original color, unless of course we dye it or something. So when we say something turned, it means that that thing moved kind of into its next form. It was sort of transformed, and it's probably not going to return to its original status or its original condition. So my hair turned gray is great. We use turn when we're talking about birthdays too. So you can think of this in the same way. When we move to the next age, we cannot go back to the previous age. So using turn makes a lot of sense. For example, I turned 50 this year, or I turned 60 this year. So we use turn there to mean become, and also we can't go back. When we use change then, we use it to refer to a transformation or an alteration, yes. But the idea is that more alterations are possible. So it's not just one time. Maybe we could, for example, change our clothes many times. So just one time. So maybe, for example, we can change our clothes. Or we could say, I changed my hair color. That would be different from my hair turned gray. So in my hair turned gray, it means my hair is not going to come back to its original color. So when we use change, it's to describe an alteration or a transformation, but like other changes or other alterations are still possible. So for example, with hair color, we could say, I changed my hair color. So it's like I made the decision, I changed it. Or when you're traveling, you can say, I changed my US dollars to euro. So more changes are possible in the future. This is not a perfect rule, and as I said, there are many different ways to use change and turn, but maybe this can help you with a few common uses relating to the meaning of become for this verb. Regarding your season-related example, actually we use both, and the difference is kind of subtle. So we can say like, as the seasons changed, she grew more and more proficient in her language skills, or something like that. So when we say as the seasons changed, or like as the seasons changed over time, or something like that, it has the feeling of like many different seasons happening, like not just one season going to the next season, but as the seasons, plural, changed, it sounds like there's a lot of seasons going in succession, going quickly one after another. So we would probably use change in that case. When we use turn with seasons, it's often in an expression like spring turned to summer, summer turned to autumn. So we're showing that there's just this forward progress and we can't go back to the previous season. We're showing that something is going to like the next stage. When we do that, we usually use the verb turn. We don't use change, like summer changed to autumn. It sounds a little bit like unnatural. I don't think there's a communication problem, but we would use turn in that case instead. So in sum, if you want to talk about something that you can't really go back to, try using turn. If you want to talk about something that it's possible to make other alterations to, try using change. I hope that this helps you. Thanks for the question. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Franklin Diaz. Hi, Franklin. Franklin says, hi, Alicia. How are you? Good. My question is, what does it mean when someone says, who cut the cheese? A friend of mine told me that Americans use this expression when they smell something that is disgusting. Is that right? Yes. Michael and I, if you have not seen the English topic series on this channel, we talked about this exact expression, this very expression, many years ago, and the explanation is quite clear. So have a look at this clip really quickly.
That's good. Starter, cut the cheese. Cut the cheese. It's a weird one. We say it and we kind of accept it. So this means fart, means to fart, but I don't think it really sounds like a fart when you cut the cheese. You ask, usually you say, who cut the cheese, right? What?
I don't think that this refers to a sound, this idiom.
No. Yeah, what do you think it comes from? I don't have no idea.
You are so full of it. You're going to make me explain this one, aren't you? This refers to the smell. When you pass gas from your body, you guys are going to make me...
Oh,
you're making me
no, I swear I didn't know that.
It's a smell thing. If you cut a fresh cheese thing, it smells kind of bad.
Yeah, cheese
so
is
your
funky.
body as well, if you release gas from your body, it may smell similar to a freshly cut block of cheese. And now I've explained something related on the internet.
Yeah, shouldn't it be like fry the egg or something? If it's talking about smell, cheese...
What do you do to your eggs?
My farts don't smell like cheese. They smell like eggs more than cheese. Just saying. I swore I thought that was the sound, no? Like
what?
Yeah.
How often?
All right, well, that's my going. Yeah, I don't know. What about you? What's
Oh my God, this is only the first one. I'm supposed to talk about this now. I would like to point out that phrase is one that's used a lot by kids and parents who are talking to kids. That's like a nice way to, I guess, a silly way to refer to it, otherwise rather unpleasant. Well, no, it's always unpleasant, I would imagine, bodily function.
So as we talked about in this explanation, it's a phrase that's usually used by kids. It's not something that we use so much among adults, but perhaps from time to time and depending on the person. If you want to watch this full video, you can do a quick search on the English Class 101 YouTube channel for weirdest English idioms to find this and some other expressions to use. So I hope that that helps you. Thanks for the question. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Next question comes from Kemari. Hi, Kemari. Kemari says, hi, Alicia. What is the difference between how and how come? Okay, first, how come means why. So kids usually use how come, and kids will often use how come to complain. Like they want to ask why, and they're like disappointed or they're upset about something. So for example, we're not going to the movies tonight. Aw, how come? So it's usually with that kind of intonation. It means why, or like why not. So how come in this way always means why. You may hear adults use this phrase if they're trying to be like friendly or childish or something like that. But generally this is an expression that's used by kids or just, I don't know, kind of playful people in general. On the other hand, how is used to mean in what way, in what way. So for example, how does he make a living means in what way does he make a living? Or how do I turn on this computer means in what way do I turn on this computer? So how alone by itself means in what way, how come means why. I hope that this helps you. Thanks for the question. Okay, on to our next question. Next question comes from Al-Mubin. Hi, Al-Mubin. Al-Mubin says, hi, Alisha, how's it going? Good. Could you please tell me what is the difference between make and make up? Okay, yeah, generally to make means to create something. So not make up, but just to make means to create something. So for example, we make videos for YouTube, or